Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the car. Haven't done a little vlog car drive in some time. Probably not since like 2017 maybe. But I'm headed to North Carolina right now. I've got a 6-hour drive to Pinehurst. So I'm going to Pinehurst for a day. And then from Pinehurst, I have an hour-and-a-half drive up to Greensboro because I'm going to play a Swing Thought Tour event this coming Thursday. Posted on Instagram to see if people want to do a little Q&A throughout this trip, drive, and tackle some questions, some burning questions. Obviously not going to answer those while I'm driving because that means I have to look at my phone. So when I pit stop, that's when we'll answer the questions. First stop in Brunswick, Georgia. I can get a little coffee, get a little food, and tackle some questions. Let's do this. Here we go. All right. So let's rapid fire. Favorite club in the bag? Putter. Right now, putter for sure. How many more opportunities do you think you have at PGA Tour Canada? I don't know. I don't know if that'll be the plan next year. I don't know if that'll ever be the plan again. I really don't know. I'm getting older. Might not ever try to play that tour again, or I might. I really don't know. I don't think there's an answer to that, or a quantitative answer to that. How do you maintain focus when you're not swinging at the best in a tournament? You just have to slow it down. You got to focus on what you can. Focus on target. Stop thinking about your swing. Find what's working and stick with that. If you're chipping it well, you're putting it well, keep reminding yourself of that. And if you're not swinging it well, you just have to make it work. Whatever that means for you. For me, I just really try to focus on rhythm and target. Just really get my head out of swing and technique and just think target, target, target. What course do you like the most? These are Fernandina area courses. Northampton, the Marsh Omni course, Marsh Lakes at the Omni Resort, or Amelia River, Northampton. Easily Northampton. What's the best way to make successful swing changes, or to successfully make swing changes? A lot of hard work, being very, very patient, and trusting what you're doing, trusting the coach, trusting the work. Patience, trust, hard work. That's how you make swing changes or tweaks. How accurate is the Mevo? I used it on Friday for the first time, and it's incredibly accurate. It nailed everything right up to 3-wood. Driver with range balls was a little off. The spin was up, the carry was down, but right up to 3-wood, and I was doing it with a pretty, I was scrutinizing it quite a bit. It was spot on, and with wedges, it is within a half a yard. Like, it's amazing. It is incredibly accurate for the price tag that it is. When you compare it to a $15,000 launch monitor, it's really accurate. Last one, and then I'm gonna get my coffee. Should you turn pro if you believe you are good enough no matter what everyone else thinks? Yes and no. Self-belief is huge, but if you don't have money to play golf and invest in the professional game, if you don't have the support from family, from a golf club, from a club company, anything like that, it's going to be really hard just on self-belief. Self-belief doesn't pay entry fees, unfortunately. So yes and no. You need a bit of all of it. You're going to have times throughout your career where you're going to lose some of the support, but have to keep your self-belief, which is what I've experienced a lot. I've had to maintain high self-belief in spite of losing sponsorship, in spite of being in debt, in spite of getting hurt, in spite of taking time off. Self-belief has to be there no matter what everyone else thinks. But turning pro solely on your own self-belief, unless you've got $50,000 in the bank, you're going to be in for a hard year or two. So, yes and no. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but self-belief isn't going to trump all when it comes to turning pro. Stop number 2, had to take a little tinkle here at the South Carolina Welcome Center. So one more state to go through, basically to get to Pinehurst off 95. Is right when you cross the border where Pedro and south of the border is, then you start heading inland. So let's closing in on it. How did I start YouTube? I just started. I made YouTube videos actually back in 2009. I made a couple of vlogs because I was blogging in 2008. So I made a couple videos back in 2009, and then in 2017, just watching a lot of Gary Vee, and I was just inspired. So I said, hey, I'm just gonna get a little point and shoot, and I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I'm gonna give myself 6 months, and if after 6 months I like it, I'm gonna keep doing it. And after 6 months, it wasn't huge growth. My friends, family, and then a few other golfers started watching me. I think my subs were only like 200 subs in 6 months, but I liked doing it. And then month number 7 in October, the channel kind of got a viral hit. So that's just how I started. I did it, I committed 6 months, once a week for 6 months, see if you like it. And I did like it, so that's how it started. How do you handle failure? You just have to accept it. You have to accept failure and success the same way. Failure is gonna happen, success is gonna happen. And in the game of golf, we're gonna fail more than we succeed. It's just the nature of it. So you just have to handle it, learn from it, and move on. Like with anything in life, sometimes things don't go your way, and the best you can do is ask yourself, how can I learn from this, and how can I be better from this, and move forward. It's kind of, you have the choice to be bitter or better. It's up to you. How do you get over first tee nerves and make par or birdie on the first hole? Well, I think in your question right there is how you can get over the nerves. Asking me how to get over nerves to make a par or birdie is focusing on result. You can't focus on result. It's the first hole. All you need to think about is that tee shot. Hit the fairway. Then if you do or if you don't, get over that shot. Hit the green. If you're standing on the first tee thinking you need to make birdie or par to have a good start, you're putting pressure on yourself. You're thinking about result. You're not thinking about process. You're not thinking about the task at hand. You're putting pressure and you're creating nerves. So the task at hand on the first tee, you should have nerves. It's good to have those jitters. It's good to feel it. But the focus should just be hitting the fairway. That's it. Pick a target, hit the fairway. If you're thinking about making par or birdie because it's gonna set up a good round, that's a bit of the issue right there. That's probably making the nerves that are like this big. So just hit the fairway, find it, hit it again, hit the green. That's how you get over an immense amount of first tee nerves. Who cares about what you're trying to make, par or birdie? Doesn't matter. You only have control over how you prepare for that tee shot. So that is how to kind of silence those nerves. It's a simple game, but man, is it ever hard. Yeah, I made it to the hotel here in Aberdeen. Just gotta stay to Super 8. Can't stay right on site at Pinehurst because I'm not making that kind of bank. I'm gonna tackle a few more questions and then I'm getting to the gym because that is the absolute best way to kind of get acclimatized after a long day of travel in a car or on a plane. Just go to the gym, get moving, do a WOD, do an EMOM. Let's go. Let's tackle some questions first. Tips to fix a flat swing. Talk to a PGA professional, a swing instructor, follow me and my golf, check some things out on YouTube. I can't fix your flat swing from an Instagram question or with just talking about it. You gotta see an instructor. When you were 12, did you want to turn pro? Yes. I've wanted to be a professional golfer my entire life. My dad was a club professional. We watched PGA Tour golf my entire life. I always wanted to be a professional. I thought I'd be on the PGA Tour at 16 years old. That was what I would start saying when I was 10, 11, 12. What's the best way to get out of a slump? Just keep going. You gotta just keep going. Slumps come and go. They happen to literally every golfer. You just have to keep going. Maybe change your routine up a little bit, but you just can't give up. You have to keep pressing through it. Switch things up, but keep the patience and the work ethic high, and the slump will go away. But it might last longer than you want it to, but you just have to keep going. What's my workout routine? I talked about this a couple videos ago, but I'm switching up. I'm lifting a lot more. I'm doing a lot more CrossFit inspired workouts because I've got a trainer I'm working with, Golf Wad. The routine is a lot more strength based, explosive power, and I will focus on this and highlight it a little bit more on the channel here in the coming months when maybe it's a bit of an off season and we can really press into the workouts. Gonna close on this one. Favorite golf course? Seven Oaks at Colgate University. It's probably one of my favorites. Pine Ridge in Winnipeg, Manitoba, because that's the first cut I ever made. Royal Ashburn, I love, because it's where I qualified for the Canadian Tour. Cabot Cliffs, I've only driven a car around it, I haven't played it, but it is amazing. And I'm expecting Pinehurst number 4 to be one of my favorites tomorrow. I think that's a good way to end it. I'm expecting an amazing day here tomorrow. I'm gonna make 2 videos tomorrow at Pinehurst. One, just my experience, my day playing the Cradle and playing number 4 and going to the brewery and just trying to paint a beautiful picture here at Pinehurst. And then the other one will be a shot-by-shot course vlog of the 9-hole Cradle course where I'm going for that course record. I know it's really hard, I've heard it's very hard, but I want to go for that course record. So those will be the 2 videos coming from Pinehurst. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss them next week, next Monday, next Thursday. We'll see you then. Peace.